What's up is Way Up with Angela Yee. And back again, my girl, Krista Renee Hazlett. Welcome back.
Thank you, sis. How you doing?
And Tunde, for the first time, you're in the building.
Hey.
But we also know you as one of the best Peloton instructors.
I'm sorry for what happened on the bike.
In history. Okay?
Thank you.
And Mignon, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
And I want to say all three of you have podcasts outside of your day jobs too.
Yes.
You know, so I feel like it's a great space for people to be able to really like have those conversations, because sometimes we see you on TV and we have to separate like who the human being is from the character that you see.
Yeah, for sure.
Mignon, you're really shaking your nodding yes, because we know that your character is a really strong character on Sistas. You know, so and yours is called the Orbital Tribe.
Yeah.
What?
Research.
No, I saw you had Preston on.
Yes. Yeah, I did.
You know, people want to see y'all get back together so
For sure.
bad. Yeah.
Yeah, Trinity. He was one of the first people I interviewed for season 2. So, and I knew he would have my back. So, yeah, he came on, and I knew people would love that.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, we do. You know, because I don't like this new guy. Well, no, he's not necessarily new, but Tony, I want to ask y'all about that. And Tunde, I know this is your first season on the show, and I cannot wait to hear what this is about to be like for you, because season 10 is a big deal. These women, they are sisters for real. Like, they've bonded. It was a huge announcement that 2 of the main characters are leaving this season, and now you've joined the cast, and you and Jordan Coleman, which is a big deal. But first, I want to ask, just what happened where the character of Tony borrowed $10,000 from Danny, but really like stole it.
Right.
So,
I'm like, did he borrow?
I just want to hear your input on, because that's your character, Mignon. So I just want to hear your input on that situation, and then I want us to kind of weigh in.
I mean, Brandon's my boy, but I have to be honest about the character. Like,
Okay.
I mean, there's no such thing as borrowing $10,000 without asking. That's not a thing. You can borrow a quarter without asking.
Quarter.
Maybe $1.
Penny.
Maybe $1, but there's no such thing as I saw a stack of money and I just borrowed it. That's nuts. There's no way. Yeah, we can't let that.
What if he had came to you and said, "Can I borrow $10,000?"
That's one thing.
But would you say yes?
Mignon or Danny?
But I'm gonna hear both. Because I want to say Mignon got it.
Okay.
It's not really about that. You mean my man or just
your
anyone
man.
in general?
That's your man on the show, you know.
Are we married or are we boyfriend girlfriend?
Just like this situation. He's living with you with no job.
Right.
It's a no.
All the details, and it's still
No, it's a no for me, dog.
It's a no.
Tunde, what about you?
the $10,000.
Yeah, if like you were just say dating somebody like that situation, and they needed to borrow $10,000 and came to you and asked for it.
Dating is different than it being my man.
Okay.
So if it's in my man in a Tony situation who I'm in love with and we're building, it depends on what he needs it for.
Gambling debt.
No, not a gambling debt. No, if he was trying to build and he's working on a business and I believe that, I believe in him and our future, that's a different question. But for his past transgressions, no.
Yeah.
What about you, Krista?
I agree with her.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it's my man and it's towards something that I believe in as well, I would. I've done that. So.
You've done it. Okay. That's what I'm talking about.
I think
You know
that's
that?
a wifey privilege, personally. I don't think that's a boyfriend girlfriend privilege.
Yeah, it's hard. You know why? Because money can really tear people apart. Because imagine you lend somebody money and they just never pay you back.
Right.
Yeah.
That's,
Well, you have to give
and that
without the
happens with
intent of
friendships
wanting
too,
it
by
back.
the way.
That part.
Yeah. Anything you give, I feel like you shouldn't want it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I've done when people have asked me for money? I may not lend you the full $10,000, but I will lend out what I can be okay with not getting
We're not
back.
getting
That's
back.
what I do
That's
as well.
it.
Yes.
And then hope and pray that I get it back. And sometimes you got to borrow it back.
Yeah.
You got to have an emergency.
Right.
And be
Yeah.
like,
I need it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I have this really huge emergency. Now, I want to ask, I saw your video, Tunde, of when you found out you landed the role on Sis. That was amazing. Like, just looking back at that, I'm glad they were able to document that for you.
I think you're talking about the video that I posted after I shot, but it was a secret. Nobody knew what I was talking about.
Oh yeah.
Right,
yeah.
right, which was
Yes.
similar. Yeah, it was. We shot the show back in May. We announced it on January 5th. And so for me to have not only something that's a big secret and something I'm super proud of and want to share, But to step so far outside of the lane that I'm in and to not be able to like say it, but in that video I was just talking about how uncomfortable I was going into the situation and how I love, like it was just like I came to self in that moment. Like I enjoy being uncomfortable. I love being uncomfortable. And so I'm excited for the growth that happened in me over the summer and then the growth that I know is coming just being alongside such greatness. And I'm pointing to the two ladies next to me, like to be in a space with Black women, like doing their thing. Not just Black women who do their thing, but Black women who are like, let me share my secret with you. Like Black women who are like, this is how you do. So it's like, it's Black women who share. It's an incredible space to be in.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it's amazing. And I saw one thing that people kept asking, like, is that going to affect the classes?
Everybody's nervous. Y'all are still going to work out. Like, everybody's nervous. I'm going to leave. I saw a lot of people saying, does this mean she's going to leave? So I put up something on Instagram. I said, I'm staying. And I also want to shout out the people who said, listen, we hope that you stay. And if you don't, which I am, I'm staying. And if you don't, like, good on you for yet again putting yourself out there and putting yourself up to be able to win.
Yeah.
Right?
Y'all, we film in 2.7 hours.
Right.
So
Right.
She has time. She has time.
We're working out.
And I can also see a nice Sistas workout too.
Oh,
that would
yes.
be
We
good,
want one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To see all of
Tell us
y'all
how to
doing
make it
that
happen.
together. What's the playlist?
Ooh.
Because you know that playlist is one of the most important things.
Tunde comes up with some really great playlists for her
you.
workouts. So
Thank you.
yeah, I know.
I'd like to throw
Some old school.
Yeah, old school.
Some gospel. Some old school gospel.
Listen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Listen.
Now, Crystal, Fatima's character, you know, Fatima be having a lot going on, but one thing that was brutally honest that happened on this last season is Zach overheard you on the phone
Yeah.
saying, and we know, the main thing on this show was the pregnancy. Karen was
Yes.
pregnant, 2 different fathers for her twins, and Zach was one of the fathers. And what ended up happening was she lost one of the babies in childbirth because of a negligent doctor. And you were overheard on the phone, your character, not you.
Yeah.
Your character, Fatima, was overheard on the phone, kind of glad that happened. How was that for you? Because I'm not going to lie, while I was watching the show, and I was like, what's going to happen? Whose baby is going to be? Because that's the first thing I thought.
Yeah.
When they said she lost one of the babies, I'm like, which one is going to be the one? You know, that's and I'm sure everybody was like, which one?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And so he overheard that. How do you come back from that? Because that was devastating for him.
Actually, when we talked about it, he was like, he didn't want me talking to Danny about it. He was like, that's something you should have told me, because honestly, I was feeling the same way. And like feeling guilty for feeling like that, but actually being honest about how you felt because of everything we had gone through up until that point. It was like, finally, we can be free of all this drama, you know, because that was the only thing tying him to Karen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Courtney Glade and the writers team who wrote that, because as much as I hated to deliver those lines, as cringe as it was authentic to how people feel in those situations. You know, I'm sure there's a lot of girlfriends or wives whose husband or whatever has maybe gotten someone else pregnant, and then something happens, they're like, okay, good, like we don't have to
deal with that forever.
Yeah. But it was really hard to film that. Yeah.
I know, I can't even imagine. I feel like this last season has been, I'm just curious, you know, for Mignana and Crystal, how filming season 9 was for you guys, because it was really heavy.
Very
a lot that was
heavy.
happening.
That was one of the hardest seasons for me, for sure. And I'm sure you can attest as well. Like Mignon said, we shoot in 2 weeks. So
That's crazy.
your body doesn't know that, like, literally my body, you could check me into a psych ward at the end, like clinically crazy, you know, because I'm going from happy to sad to crying to angry to fighting, like, to compassionate, and your brain doesn't know that, oh, we're acting, we're playing right now. It's like, girl, what is going on? So yeah, it was definitely tough, and the topics that we touched on resonated with so many people. It was 9 was one of my favorite seasons, topic wise.
Okay. No, I think and even just these discussions, I just had KJ on for lip service.
Yeah.
And I know she went through a lot with her pregnancy in real life.
Yes.
And we were talking about how she actually learned a lot from filming that for when she was giving birth.
Right. It put everything in perspective and had her start really properly planning what she really wanted for her childbirth.
Now, Tunde, tell me about season 10 and what's going to be happening with your character, Madison.
Well, I can't give it all away. You have to
Give
tune
us a
in.
little
You got to
something,
tune
though, a
in.
little
But
something.
what I'm excited about, and I think Mignon said this earlier, like Madison is a very. She's got what was it? She's got.
I was just saying, your character's the healthiest.
She's
out of all the ones.
she's a
Boundaries.
boundaries. She's a
Okay.
healthy character. She's a boss. She's a boss. She makes her own money. Like she's building. She's in a space that I think that many women are, like in this country. Like women are doing their thing, and you kind of take a moment back from the thing that you're doing, and you say, "Do I want a family? Do I want kids?" I think that we're in a really beautiful space where a woman gets to even ask herself those questions.
Right.
But with Madison, she is wondering if maybe like she's missed that mark. And so she is proud of her success, but also she's like, okay, if I'm going to do this, like the kid thing, the husband thing, maybe I should start doing it.
I know, because, you know, women, a lot of times we feel like we are on a timer
Right.
We are, yeah.
that men don't necessarily have. They'll be 70 like, I think I'm ready to settle down
Right.
and have kids now.
They all think they can do what George Clooney did.
Right.
And Robert De Niro.
Like, wait till he's at his
Still having
peak.
babies.
Get the best, most beautiful, but also most intelligent woman, and then
And, you know, it's hard, too, because I think there's a lot of judgment that's passed on women based on our decisions on whether or not to get married, to have children, and when we decide to do it. And then, you know, if you do it when you're older, people judge that. It's just, I think, or if you're not married. Like, I know I'm not married, and people always be like, that's why you ain't got no husband. But you can be happily in a relationship and not married and do it better than somebody who's married and miserable.
Come on. And happily single,
Absolutely.
too.
Happily,
And
yeah.
happily single too.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's real.
And feeling like I'm in a great space. I sleep good at night.
Ain't worry about nobody cheating on me and nothing.
I sleep so diagonal. Oh my god.
Whole bed.
Listen,
You're like,
And
I'm
a
not
king bed. That's
sweating
the crazy
because I don't
part.
have somebody on me. No.
In the king bed.
I
I
just
just think we have to step outside the matrix.
Yeah.
Because it's as Sky Black likes to say, it's a psyop. Like a woman's value has been so long attached to whether or not there's a man with her, and the more the training wheels are being taken off of us, we're seeing, wait a minute, like this is all conditioning. Like that's
Right.
it. It's Pavlovian. And so, I mean, I think more women, when they realize that, and men as well,
Yeah. Everybody.
like if we can kind of step back and get back to who we were designed to be, just from a divine perspective, we all realize that our wholeness is what we have to bring to a relationship and to families. And it's mind-boggling, but it's just all a means of social control. It's capitalism. Like,
You know, it's interesting. Like I also have my real estate license, and when I take I'm extending my license now because it expired. So I'm taking the classes, and you're really understanding it hasn't been that long since women have had the rights and equality, and we still don't fully have equality, but to even be able to legally do a lot of things.
Yes.
because they were trying to prevent this.
right.
Where we are now, where
Because
women,
they knew.
as single women, own more houses than single men.
Correct.
They were trying to prevent that because now they have no leverage.
Right.
Right? And then men who are single and run around, they spend more money than happily married men. It's capital, like it's really just all about money and control. And if we could just step back, I don't know, I just wonder how healthy we'd be as a society.
Wow.
I go through phases, like, because I'm just turned 40. I'm single.
Congratulations.
Thank
That's a
you.
time.
It is.
Milestone. I listen, and let me tell you, it's true. Like, I woke up on my 40th birthday, and I've been different ever since. Like, I move differently, I think differently, I see the world differently. But I kind of go through phases where I say, like, okay, single, no kids. Yes, this is amazing. Like, I have nobody I have to argue with, you know. I can get to do my own thing. I'm independent. And then the next, like, I'm great. I'm good. And then the next day I wake up and I'm like, how go? How am I supposed to-" You know, so I think there's truth to all of
Yes.
it. But I do think it is beautiful that we are in a space where you get to choose, like you get to decide, and you get to pick. Like, why are you still single? Because you chose not to be with the fool, right? So it's like it's beautiful to be in a place to be able to pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to not be reliant on anyone too. I
Yeah.
think, and kind of what you said, Mignon, is being our whole selves. I think that's the most important thing when you're coming to a relationship. You're a whole person. You're not half a person that needs your other half. You're both whole people that can really complement each other and do so much for each other. So what is like for Danny in therapy? Because I think a lot of this on the show, people love Danny. They love how straightforward she is. She's very, also comical at times when it's very tense and she can break it up. But also sometimes people are reluctant to tell her anything because they think she's judgmental in a way. Like maybe too harsh, too judgmental, too bang in your face. And I think that's needed sometimes, but sometimes that's also tough for people when you just want to vent.
She's not judgmental, but she's too harsh. She's
Okay.
She's not going to tell you what you want to hear. She's
No
gonna tell you-
sugarcoating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, no one has the absolute truth, but she's going to be honest with you as far as she can see it. But I mean, I think that's necessary.
You think she's honest with herself?
I think she avoids the truth. She's the type of person who can't really lie to herself. I mean, at least I gave her that part of myself. But she'll avoid it. And she's avoiding it through weed and alcohol.
Some drinks.
Yeah.
Where some things might happen and then
So she's not gonna lie to herself, but she will avoid the truth.
you did have a great scene where you talk about you had the little fling. I don't know if it's going to turn into something more, right? But you didn't blame the drinking. You said the drinking will kind of let you do things that you were going to do already anyway.
Love that line.
Yeah, because I think a lot of times we do,
Like blame it on the alcohol.
yeah.
Yeah, in vino
It's a whole
veritas.
song.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Isn't it in vino veritas? Like in wine, the truth comes out. Yeah, yeah. Or a drunk man speaks a sober man's mind.
That's sober, yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
What is it? Drunken thoughts, sober truths, or something like drunken. I forget what it is. But I do think sometimes we have regrets after drinking,
Oh, yeah.
and maybe it's not necessarily something we, in our right mind, would have done.
Which is part of the reason why I stopped drinking. Come on, somebody.
You don't drink at all?
No, I stopped drinking hard liquor last year. I'll do wine every now and then. But you think about a lot of your poor decisions are made when you're not sober.
Yeah.
So.
And I think too, it's important to recognize there's nothing wrong with having the thought, but if you can control it, and if you can say that's not who I am. But the problem is with the alcohol, it takes away that executive reasoning, that executive functioning. So there's nothing wrong with that. That's a part of us, So it's not about judging yourself for that being in you. It's just making a decision on who I want to be.
And it actually feels really good when you can see it in real time. And it's like, I'm making a conscious effort to not do that. I thought about it.
There's nothing like being the sober one when everybody else is, baby. That doesn't happen for me often, but when it does, I'm like, okay.
This is what it's like.
Right. It's interesting also with your character of Fatima, Crystal, you have kind of, I don't even want to use the word infiltrated because that sounds bad, but this friend group, you're the kind of the fifth member of the friend group, and it feels like, everybody's kind of starting to embrace you more.
Yeah.
In real life, how are your friend groups? I'm just curious, because a lot of times people will tell you, I've had these same friends for a long time, but it is so important to embrace new people, and there's sometimes we're friends with people out of familiarity. I've been friends with you since I was in 8th grade,
Right.
and we'll be friends forever, but we may have kind of grown apart. And then there's times where you meet new people and you just click instantly. How has that been for you guys? Because I have to imagine being in quote unquote Hollywood and being on TV and being visible in that way makes friendships a little bit something that you have to be a little more cautious about.
Absolutely, Angie. Man, that's so good. For me, I have friends from kindergarten till now. Then I have friends from college to now. And then I have friends that I've met in my adulthood. And honestly, I think it's life. You evolve. Some people evolve differently. And sometimes what you used to do may not be the things that you still want to do. And sometimes people are stuck in certain places and you have to know when to say, okay, this friendship no longer serves me. I got to separate myself. And then where we are now, making new friends. I'm so grateful for the spirit of discernment because I can pick up on energy real quick. I'm like, I don't know about that. And it always reveals itself later. So I've learned to trust that, and I've been really blessed to have some amazing new friends, people that pour into me, that teach me things. So I feel like every level of your life, God's going to bring people that can help you navigate that season.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm grateful for everybody.
What about you, Tunde? What's been your experience with friendships?
I'm new to the TV world, but I'm not new to the public space world. And so so many of like my people, they're people that I've known for over 20 years, 30 years. And then in terms of the newer people that I've brought into my life, I think maybe a lot of my newer friends I meet in work settings.
Right.
Same thing. I think that I'm a really good judge of like instant like judge of character and why is this person here and is this person taking more than they're giving to their friendship? And so, I would say that I am a trusting person. I trust you until you show me.
You start
not
with
to.
Trust.
Correct.
Absolutely.
I always start with trust.
Some people start with mistrust.
You got to prove it.
Yeah.
I believe in the good. I believe in the
you
good
like
of
that?
people, and once you show me that, you don't need to show me twice. But I believe in the good of people, but you don't need to show me twice.
Okay. And I saw you pointing at yourself, Mignon, when we talked about starting with trust or starting from a place of you have to prove it.
Yeah. I'm trying to see how much time we got.
Unpack it.
I think friendship is like a difficult thing in today's society. With social media, we were talking about that. Oh, no, I just saw them. No, you didn't. You saw a post.
Yeah.
And I've outgrown a lot of friendships and discernment. I'm like,
It's like y'all had this conversation.
We really were just talking about.
no, just needing discernment and getting new friends. But what I realize is that, real friends, there's only going to be like 2 in life.
Wow, you think 2?
Yeah, like when I look at biblical friendships, like I look at Jonathan and David. That was one of one.
Okay.
First of all, Jonathan was one in a million. Like, who would root for someone else to get the throne when I'm supposed to get it? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
first of all, who deserves a friend like that?
Right.
So to get that type of friendship has to be freely given, the way, Christ was like, I lay down my life, they don't take it from me. So that's the thing about friendship. You have to, the same way you choose a partner, you have to choose a person.
Right.
And you have to choose wisely. And so I think that's something I'm in prayer about.
Yeah. No, I went on a girls trip recently with my friends from high school.
Oh, wow.
And it was 10 of us. And it actually was really nice because we never see each other like that.
Yeah.
And everybody's like in different places and, and everybody's pretty successful at what it is that they're doing. So that was nice
It helps.
to see. And what I loved about it was that everybody was trying to pay for everything. I got how good that feels. when
Yes.
You don't got to pick up the bill for everything. Everybody's like, no, I'm paying for this. No, I'm paying for this. I love fighting
that.
over the bill with my friends.
Yes.
Like, I think that is like the best measure of we really did this.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, that's
so-
beautiful. Yeah.
Just had this conversation. No,
Yesterday.
I just had this conversation because, like, my friends, we fight over the bill, or the bill comes and I never even saw it because I get people a lot.
Yeah.
Like I
Yes.
got this. It's always my real friends who are like, no, you don't.
Yeah. You always get it.
I always
let
get
me,
it.
You always
let
get
me
it.
take
And I'm
that for you.
happy to get it.
Yeah.
But then it also means something when my people are like, you get enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be like,
got
please
it.
let me do this
Yeah.
for you one time.
Yes. It's a good
Feels
feeling.
good.
It's
Now,
a good feeling.
Krista, for your podcast, this season, Keep It Positive, Sweetie, you said this is all about no more shrinking and no more dimming our lights.
Yes.
So tell me, what does that look like for you?
Oh man, the theme is unapologetic. I think that for so long we as women as a whole have shrunk when we walk in rooms. We've allowed imposter syndrome to creep in and not take up space the way we should. So in this season we are taking up space. We're walking boldly. I'm excited about it because it actually is helping me too. Yeah.
It feels like therapy sessions when you're sitting there.
Girl, every
Having
episode
conversations.
when people get there like, I just feel like I got out of therapy. I'm like, it's crazy how, because it's just conversation and people, they can be themselves. It's a safe space. So I really enjoy it.
Yeah, safe spaces I think are really important for what it is that this world today is so crazy. When I get alerts, because I have, obviously because of what I do, I'm always paying attention to what's going on in the news.
Yeah.
And these alerts pop up. I think I got to take this Citizens app off my phone too. Because it's really driving me crazy. I'm like, oh my God, somebody just got stabbed at McDonald's down the block. It tells, look, Citizens right here, like right now popping up. And it's like giving me... Like I'm nervous about everything.
All the time, yeah. Sometimes you got to disconnect. Yeah. Because it can become too much. And then sometimes, I know we end up getting, what's the word for it?
Fed.
We get like...
Desensitized.
It turns into being desensitized because it's like, oh, somebody else just got stabbed. Okay, what's next? You know what I'm saying? Because you get so used to it. So sometimes disconnecting helps us with our empathy. Because a lot of times we can just be like, gosh, like it's happening every day. It's like you just lose the... It used to be, now, like when I got off my phone, I would look across the room and so I was like, oh my God. So like, I'm like, what is it? Like everybody's always like, I'm like,
it's
just
always
get
something
off
going
the
on.
But what we're dealing with now, that's intentional by the news to keep us distracted, to have us become desensitized. So then when the big thing comes, like the Handmaid's Tale type thing comes,
oh my
we're
gosh.
like, we kind of hurt ourselves into it.
Yeah.
So that's the whole point of it. I'm doing a dopamine detox soon though.
Yeah, you have to.
Oh, I'm
gonna do a dopamine detox soon.
So what does that entail?
Right.
When you're not, scrolling, get off social media, don't binge watch TV, not eating like, sugary things that give you quick dopamine, but not things that create dopamine and sustain it. Like listening to music is like good dopamine.
Okay.
But scrolling, binge watching.
I gotta look this up. I never heard of that.
Look
a
it up.
dopamine detox?
Because if you don't, you get to a place where you can't enjoy anything because your dopamine circuits are just so fried. Yeah. It's like a drug addict. Yeah. It's the same.
Literally.
It's the same pathways.
Like I literally be watching like ICE stuff on the news, and it makes me want to cry. Every single, like I will literally like break down and cry watching the news, and I don't understand how. Like I had Joyanne Reed on the show the other day, and every time she comes up here to speak, my comments be so wild. Like the stuff, I'm like, who are these people that think it's okay to do stuff like this? Like, they're like, oh, she tried to run him over, so that's why she got killed. Too bad. I'm like, oh, my God, this is, like, the fact that people really, and I'm like, are these real people?
Or bots, right, or trolls. Like
that exist? Do people really think like this? Or are this online saying crazy things, but then in real life? Because I've never come across somebody in real life that would say that to me.
Like, the bots are real, but there is such thing as like being a keyboard warrior and hiding behind the anonymity of a Finsta.
Yeah. Are there times when people, when they watch the show, get really mad at y'all? Like,
oh yeah,
like, and you're like, I'm acting, right?
Oh yeah, all the time, every week.
What was the most reaction that you got? Like, what would you say is something that?
That scenario that you just gave, honey, they was ripped to shreds. And I got it. I understood. I was ready for that because I knew it was coming.
It ain't. Listen, I'm not gonna lie, because I was at home watching that with my man, and the first thing I said was,
"They about to get her."
No. But when I was contemplating, because he was like, it's a better plot if he was like, it just will cause more controversy if it is his baby, like my man would say. But I was like, yeah, but. I was like, they better hope it's, I just felt like for her to, at least she could be with Aaron and like they could be together happy. And, I think that's important, because she wasn't going to be with Zach.
Right.
Anyway, so.
Her happiness.
Logistically.
Yeah. Right.
Logistically speaking.
What you said made sense.
Right. Listen, for a lot of people, some people totally understood because they've been on that ride with us.
Right.
So it's like, they were like, we get it, but then other people were like, girl, you wrong. And I understood that too.
I think a common theme on the show, a lot of times, you guys will, like, as the sisters, y'all will keep secrets from each other at times or not want to tell each other things. But are friends supposed to tell each other everything?
No.
Because I also feel like, well, it's not really, sometimes things come out, but you don't have to share everything, right?
I feel like different friendships are different. Like I have the friend that I might go to and tell her this thing. If I did something ratchet, I might go and tell that friend, so I know she's not going to judge me. Like, so
my ratchet sidekick, let's go do this.
I don't think it's about keeping things from friends, but I think there are some things that you open up to specific friends about because they're the person to go to for that.
Right. Like you and KJ, Andy's character, have had a little bit of a kind of tense
We did.
relationship. It felt like she was a little jealous of you having a situation where you had the basketball player as a client, but you also
I was dropping the ball left and right.
But I was going to say
literally.
yes. You also were messing up and not taking care of your responsibilities and not really in the position to have a client on your own.
What are you doing, Fatima? What are you doing? So I got it. I was like, I'm just eager to want to learn and to elevate, but I got it. I was like, I am messing up, and this is what she's working on is really important. Yeah. She's trying to win this case that is going to protect and save a lot of lives. That's something I shouldn't worry about some basketball players.
You're like, sorry, I didn't get all the names. Like,
right. I'm working on this over here.
It must be hard, though, to work for your friend. I think working with friends and working for a friend is two different things.
Yeah, two different things.
Have you ever worked for a friend?
You know what? I have had friends work for me. And
are y'all still friends?
Some of them.
Okay.
There's a couple of friends that I do still have, but then I think sometimes lines can get crossed.
Yeah.
Where people want like special treatment or also another thing is sometimes people will think that you have this, why don't I have it too?
Yeah.
And that's hard too. Like when I never want to feel bad that I'm like, let me go buy myself this X, Y, and Z. And then you have a friend that's like, you spend what on what? And you have what? Like, it's just not a good feeling to know that. And so I never want to feel like I have to hide things that I'm doing because I don't want somebody else to feel bad. But I never want to throw it in anybody's face either. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
that's
friends aren't.
What? Mignon, come on. What's going on?
I just think sometimes it's hard for friends to see you come up and then might, maybe they don't, especially if you started off together, because it's not that they're not happy for you. They just don't know why it's not them.
Right. A lot of times it's their own issues and then that gets like misplaced onto you. Yeah. Where it's like, dang, she got this. Why don't I have that?
And it's something they have to work through on their own. That's the same thing for family.
Yeah, families for sure.
I mean, it's heavy is the head that wears the crown. So sometimes you'll do your best for them, but because they're just working out their own self-worth issues and feeling enough, they're not going to be able to work for you and truly be happy. And,
right.
You know.
Do you feel, was acting what you knew you always wanted to do?
Yeah, it wasn't even like a choice. It was a calling. I just knew, like when I was 3 years old and I was watching the title intro for Muppet Babies, and you know how Miss Piggy's an actress. I was like, oh, that's what I do. Like I remember having that.
You're like, I do this already.
And it was very matter of fact. It was like, oh, this is a flower plant. Oh, that's what it wasn't like, oh, I'm drawn to it and I want to be famous and I want to be a star. It was just like, oh. So it's just something that I feel like it was God's way of reminding me while I was here. Like, this is what you're going to do. So I think God's doing that with all of us. He's kind of winking at each of us and trying to nudge us to the path that he sent us here to complete. And I think that was just his way of being like, hey, remember, this is what you're here for. So.
That's good.
And Tunde, for you, the transformation that you've had has been amazing. And I saw this Sports Illustrated swimsuit news. Talk to me about that.
Yes.
Okay. So I am the 2026 Swim Search winner. So I'm the 2026 rookie for Sports Illustrated.
Okay,
Swim,
give me that
Come on.
which is exciting. It's just funny. It's funny to me because I just, sometimes you look at where you started and where you are and you just say like, I would have never, like 12-year-old, 15-year-old, 18-year-old Tunde, 39-year-old Tunde would have never dreamt this or thought it was possible. I mean, I always say I was the girl who wore a T-shirt to the pool because I didn't want people to see me.
Right.
I didn't learn how to swim until later. And not that I can't tread water
I still can't
now,
swim if it's
but
bad.
I can float. I can float. But yeah, I didn't learn how to swim because I didn't want people to see my body in a swimsuit in the water. And so to now be like a swimsuit model, it's just wild.
Life be laughing at you.
Life
let me tell you, but that's so true. The reason I don't know how to swim, well, it was a lot of reasons. My brother took lessons when we were growing up. I didn't. But you're right. Like in school, we were supposed to learn how to swim to graduate.
Oh, wow.
And every time I'd be like, I have my period. And I just really would not put on that swimsuit and get in the water.
The swimsuit, couldn't get my hair wet.
I didn't want to do any of those things.
Yeah, it was a lot of things working against me. So,
and now look at that.
and now look at that. So the message there for me is, or the message that I hope that people get or see is that anything and everything is possible. Like, don't count yourself out of anything, of any of it. I remember when I got the job for Peloton, I was in my interview, and, you know, it was one of those, why should we give you the job types of things. And I said, my hope, like my goal is going to be that I want people to see through what I'm going to do with my life. I want people to see that they can do it for themselves too. So going from, you know, I was in the makeup artist for 16 years. Then I had this, I call it a blue light vision, where in a matter of 5 seconds, I had a vision. I saw myself, after my very first cycling class, I had this vision where I was going to be teaching cycling. And not only that, I saw myself on a podium. I knew that I was going to be able to affect the lives of millions of people by virtue of a bike. I didn't even know what Peloton was at the time.
Wow.
But I knew that I was going to impact millions of lives by virtue of a bike. During that same interview, they said, you know, where do you see yourself in 5 years? I said, in 5 years, I'm going to be an author. 3 years later, I was a New York Times bestselling author, right? And so to like, I do a monthly newsletter. And in my May 2023 newsletter, I say, you know, I really want to try to see if I can tap into the acting world. I got an acting coach and I'm, you know, going on auditions. 2 years to the day of that newsletter, I am in Atlanta shooting Tyler Perry's Sistas with these incredible women. So it's just like, it's put it out there, speak it, manifest it, pray on it, like whatever it is that you believe on.
Don't shrink yourself.
Don't shrink yourself.
Don't
put it
shrink
out
yourself.
there.
That's right.
And I'm saying, listen, just hearing both of your stories and talking about how you saw something and you may not know what it means at that time, but a lot of times we can like manifest these things happening, or you might have like a little slight what is it called? Psychic. You might be slightly psychic in knowing what it is that you want to do. And Crystal, like, we've heard your story about how you really made this happen for yourself. And I love that for you. And like, just even seeing the space that you've continued to grow into, because you guys are not in a box and just this is not all that you do.
Right.
Like, you have so many things going on outside of there. I mean, you have, you know, a lot of time too, because like you
Baby,
said,
2
y'all
weeks. People laugh. They're like, 2 weeks. I'm
That's
like, yeah.
amazing though, but that's 2 grueling weeks though.
Oh, baby. I need about an extra 2 months to recover from them 2 weeks.
So
That's
what
not
is-
even an exaggeration.
Yeah.
What is 2026 looking like for you guys so far? Like, what are some of these?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all like this is the 13th day of the year, and I feel like it has been like nonstop. It's just really like, go. It's like, no, let's ease into it. It's been amazing. If this is any indication of what the year is going to be like, I'm excited.
Good.
Yeah.
And how you feeling, Mignon?
I'm feeling like I need to lock in. You know what I mean? Like 2025, I feel like was like a rounding of a corner, and 2026 is like the start of a race. And there's some things I gotta go for, and get them.
Yeah.
Because baby, she tired.
Okay, it feels like y'all had a
She
conversation
tired.
about this.
No, it's just, I mean, just hearing her
Yeah.
just now, and some stuff I didn't know, like the newsletter thing, like, but you have to forgive me if I preach a little bit, but it's just like knowing that if all of heaven is behind you, like, why aren't you going for
Okay.
what it is? Like, you either trust God or you don't. And so it's just like, there's just some stuff I got to do.
Okay.
And I just feel like
I cannot wait to see it. And I'm going to play this back when we make those announcements, when I read the press releases and the announcements. I'm going to be like, well, Mignon was on way up and she said this, and now this announcement came out.
touch and agree. Thank you. Amen. Amen.
Well, congratulations to all 3 of you. And I love every time I interview like people from the cast, it just feels like there is such a spirit of like togetherness, and also that you guys really enjoy working with each other, and that's so
Yes.
important because everybody does not have that luxury.
We are blessed.
Yeah, you are
And we
blessed.
got blessed twice.
Yeah.
Because the first time around it was incredible.
Yes.
And then Jordan and Tunde came.
Oh my
and then
goodness.
they came with the right spirit. I was like, how do we keep...
Getting so, yeah, no, this is,
How do they vet these people out?
right.
Well,
So
listen,
good.
you know I'm locked in. You already know I watch Sistas
Yes,
faithfully,
yes.
so I'm on it. So I cannot wait to
Thank
see
you.
what's going to happen this season and what's going to happen with the new characters. I'm looking forward to seeing Cheyenne and Andy and what their relationship is going to be
So
like with each
good.
other, because I know it's going to be spicy.
Yes.
You know, and Zatima too.
Thank
I'm
you.
locked into
Zatima.
that
Thank
also.
you so much,
So
Angela.
congratulations always, and it's been a pleasure.